What's up, everybody? Crystal Clear 101 here, bringing you yet another toy review. And today I'm going to be reviewing the NECA Scarface Tony Montana. Now, I'm not sure exactly when this particular figure was released, but I know just from the sculpt and the articulation on it, it is one of the older NECA figures. As far as retail, I believe this was originally $14.99, $16.99, somewhere around that range. But first off, here's the front of the packaging. And on the back, here's the back of the packaging. As you can see, there's two versions of Tony Montana. There's a blue suit, and there's a white suit. Unfortunately, as far as I know, there is no black suit version, which is the main one that I personally would want. But, alright, with that being said, let me go ahead and get Tony Montana out of his package. Let's see how this figure himself is. Be back in a sec. Alright, now here's Tony Montana out of the packaging. And, I mean, despite the limited articulation that the figure has, I actually do really like this one. I really do like this figure. Because, I mean, it's not too often you can find a decent looking Tony Montana. I mean, I have seen a few others roughly about this size are a little bit smaller, but I mean, they just looked flat out goofy. They really did. But so to see a Tony Montana that's by NECA, that actually makes me very happy, as Scarface is actually one of my top 3 favorite movies of all time. And as I stated in the video, there is a white suit version of this one, but from the various videos that I've seen about that one, your primary differences, aside from the color of his overall suit, is that his skin tone overall was a lighter color, and on top of that, right in here, the very top of his chest that's exposed, the white suit version, you can make out like chest hair, stuff like that. There was also like a gold chain right there, but I mean, aside from that, this is still a very, very nice figure. His overall jacket, his jacket is a separate piece. It's like a soft rubberish kind of plastic. I mean, he does have a vest underneath that. You can make out a belt buckle right here underneath the vest. And the vest itself right here is just about the same type of material as the jacket itself. And, I mean, overall, this is still not a bad figure. They put all sorts of little details into this figure I really like. One such detail that they put into this I really did like is the simple fact that on his right hand, right here, is the fact they actually did include his tattoo, which you see at the beginning of the movie when he's being questioned by the police as for why he should even have a visa. But the fact they included his tattoo of a heart with an ice pick in it, I thought that was a very nice little touch. As is them adding his ring on the right finger, the fact that they actually added jewelry that he did wear in the movie, I thought that was also a nice additional touch. Not to mention the handkerchief that's in his left jacket pocket. In addition to that, if you take a closer look at the vest itself, you can also make out individual buttons, including one that is not buttoned at the very top of the figure itself. Now, if I had any complaints about this figure whatsoever, it's the simple fact that while he has a swivel in his right arm at the elbow, so you move his weapon, in this case his M16 Grenadier, left and right, he does not have any articulation in the elbow and the left arm. I mean, granted, there is a spot where it looks like you can swivel it, but on my example right here, I cannot swivel his lower arm at the elbow on the left arm. So, and only reason that even remotely bothers me on this one, the only reason, is that this version is the version that's supposed to depict Tony Montana at the end of the movie when he's actually using his weapons, when he's actually trying to fend off his Sosa's attackers at his compound. If I had any complaints about this figure overall, it's just that one little detail. The main thing that I really do like about this figure overall is the head sculpt on this one, as this does capture Al Pacino's overall appearance rather well. If I had any complaints, is that there is some minor paint apps that are missing on mine, specifically on the left eyebrow. Maybe a little bit in the hair, unless that's supposed to help individual hair strands stand out better. But aside from that minor little complaint, this pulls off Al Pacino's overall appearance very well. And this overall just screams Tony Montana, if you ask me. He does come with a couple of weapons, a couple of accessories. The main one I'd imagine most fans will have him displayed with will be his M16A1 Grenadier, from which you see it towards the end of the movie. Especially when he says his infamous line of, "Say hello to my little friend." The overall, I don't quite recall his weapon having quite this much wear on it. I recall it looking mostly new, but aside from that, they did get the overall look of his M16 correct. It is an A1 type, as it does have the forward assist. He did have a 30-round magazine not only duct taped to the one in it, but he had it upside down and reversed. So they got that little detail correct. Overall, they did a good job on replicating his M16. He did come with one more weapon. I'll go over that when I go over the accessories in just a second. Weapons and accessories for Tony Montana include an M16 Grenadier and a Colt M1911 .45 pistol. An articulation for Tony Montana consists of a ball-jointed head, swivel shoulders, swivel right elbow, and swivel waist. And what's my overall verdict on the NECA Tony Montana? Well, in my opinion, until NECA does a complete revamp or remold of this figure, this is going to be the best Tony Montana you can get in the 7-inch scale. I mean, this does pull off Al Pacino's character very well. He does look like Tony Montana. And frankly, if you are a fan of Scarface, if you're a fan of the character Tony Montana, then I wouldn't hesitate to pick him up. Especially considering that you can pick up this figure still sealed in the $15 to $20 range if you look around. But that's going to wrap up my review on the NECA Scarface Tony Montana. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe.